Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. Just a Caucasian male spitting his shit. It's time for Zippy to have his morning. His morning. His morning. What are these things called? Energy drinks. I call them my fun can. Fun in a can. All right. Oh man, I'm still reading this book, Jews, God, and History, and I just got to the Islamic Age, and it's very interesting, and the implication, basically everything that Max Demont implies in this book is that basically the Jewish people are responsible for everything, and the rise of Islam to do with the Jewish people, Byzantine Sassanid War, and then the Jewish presence in Arabia is what sparks, it's what inspires Muhammad. An interesting theory. Okay, we're lagging a lot here, holy moly. Oh boy. We gotta be calm. Alright, I want to feed these chickens, you know what I mean? I want to feed some chickens here. Some chickoids. Yeah, come here. I don't know what these things are. Presumably they're chickens. They might be ducks. I don't, what's it matter? There you go, you guys. There you go. Just a gangbang. They're just banging. Nice. That's what we like to see. Do we have a sound on this thing? I don't think we got sound on this thing. We got to go to options. Je ne sais pas. Musique et son. Terminé. Reprendre. Okay, dude. I don't know what I'm looking at right now, but I think the last time we completed this house, this nice little house we got over here. Whoa. We're growing some trees. We got a grove over here, a grove of trees. All sorts of different kinds of trees over here. So we're growing. Whoa. The trees are growing up. Whoa, what the hell? I think one of the chickens just died. I don't know what the problem. One of the problems is I've been working on this app, and this app that I've been running is like, okay, here we're gonna wait a second. We're gonna get rid of some of the stuff that we got running in the background, maybe. Holy moly. It's like impossible. I can't even do that. That's crazy, man. Okay, we gotta close this one. Maybe we close this one too. Yeah, we gotta close the windows. We gotta close it all. Holy moly. I don't even know if this is gonna help. Help. Alright. I think that helped a little bit. I think that may have helped a little bit. So. But anyways, no sound today. It's just me spitting my shit. But anyways, we got some good stuff here. We gotta get this chicken. We gotta breed the chickens. I think that's my favorite part of really any. Oh fuck. No, come back. Please. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Hell yeah. That's the good stuff. That chick was born scared of me because it has ancestral memories of me beating its mother. So it's living in fear of me. So I don't know which way we want to go. I think we want to take the high ground. I think that's just naturally the right decision in all scenarios, is you take the high ground. And then what I could do is I could go up there and I could build one house there, and then we go even further up, and then we build a tower right there on top of this, basically this mountain. And I build a tower on this mountain. So I build a tower here, and then I build another tower over there. And we'll just be building towers up. And we keep doing that, because we need the high point, we need the vantage point. So we got some good stuff going on. We got some potential. We have some potential things to do. We're gonna take that as well. Yeah, it's good. That's what we like to see. All right. So, and when we got a door, so we got all the materials. Basically, this is everything you need to start a new civilization, to found a new civilization. I think one thing that I should focus on is I should probably try. We're gonna put all of this crap away real quick. This is for later, and we got to try to mine. We got to try to get some. We got to try to get some of the good stuff. You know what I mean? Some iron. And we're going to make a ton of eshel, a ton of these things. And then we got some left over, so we're going to take that, and then we're going to take that, and then we're going to do that there. Oh, man. You know, every morning when I wake up in the morning, I just say to myself, it's another day. I'm so happy. And I'm always eager to start the day. I always have so much to do, so many interesting things I could do every day. I just got a new computer, and I'm very excited about the new computer because I'm going to be setting up Open, Claw, or Hermes. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, that's the good stuff. You know, every time I drink from the energy drink, it's like life. You know what I mean? It gives me energy and strength. So we appreciate and we enjoy. That's how I start my day every day. Is I take Adderall and then I have an energy drink. And you know, some people they do steroids, but I do Adderall and energy drink. And whoa, we got what we were after here. Nice. That's what we like to see. Some people they do steroids, and that lowers their life expectancy, and they gain like physical greatness. But I'm doing Adderall and the energy drink, and one of the things that I've learned is I try not to think too much, because when you think, you're using energy, you're using your mental energies, and you have a limited amount of energy every day. Like, it's just the way it is. Like, you don't have an unlimited amount of energy every day. And this is one of the hardest things for me to accept, is that I can't complete all of the tasks that I have before me every day. And so I just have to accept that I have a limited amount of energy, a limited amount of time. We don't have like an infinite amount of time here, so we gotta appreciate what we do have. What is going on here? Okay, I think what we got to do is we got to build. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is good. And we're gonna build over here, and then try to steal those irons. Yeah, that's good. Yep, there it is. Yeah, whoa. I was at the store yesterday, and it was so brutal. There's this little guy, and I was at a food store, and this woman was mocking her male coworker for being short, and and he was probably not very much taller than her. There's this white man who's not much taller than her, and I was observing this, and I wasn't sure what to think about it. I was just like, damn, like, why are you saying this? Like, who taught you to say these words to this man? She's saying this stuff, and I don't know if it was because she was trying to flirt with him or dissuade him from going after her and having a relationship or something like that. And he looked older than me, and she said this while looking at me. And I've had this happen to me a couple of times, where a woman will she will be basically talking to a man, and then she will do something like this, where I'll be in the vicinity, and then she'll make like a comment about the guy's height, and then they're both looking at me. I turn, and they're both looking at me, and I'm like, damn, dude, what am I supposed to make of this situation? What am I supposed to make of this situation? Because I don't like that. I don't want to be part of some sort of cuckold thing. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in participating in that. I believe in equity and equality. Those are my values. I believe in equality. I don't believe in inequity, and I don't know why that is. It's like a spiritual thing, I think. Maybe it's a genetic thing that I believe in equality, and I want people to be equal, and for everybody to have to have a shot in life. But those are my values. I try to treat everybody equally and with love and affection and kindness. I try not to what is this? Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I'm worried that my recording is not going to go through, but whatever. I mean, fuck it, Fuck it. We're just going to do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm just very concerned about equality. And I think about stuff like that bothers me when I see that kind of like an inequity in desire. That's very upsetting to me when I see the inequity in desire. And when I'm around that, I'm like repulsed by it. And I think that's to my detriment. And I wish I should probably try to change those beliefs about myself, because I probably am like robbing myself of potential romantic experience. But it really does soil like the whole romantic experience for me, because I want there to be equity and equality and love and affection. And then the reality is that's not the case, and that's very upsetting to me, and it's very sad to me. I'm not happy about the inequity. I'm not happy about the inequality that I see in desire, and I think that's that's like a real. There's not a lot of recourse for that for a lot of guys. I don't think there's really any meaningful recourse. I guess you could, traffic somebody to a country where they have no rights or something like that. I guess you could do that. But there's not a lot else that you can do realistically. You just kind of gotta suck it up and deal with it. I'm not saying that you should try to seek or find recourse necessarily, because I think that no matter what system you find, no matter what system exists, there's always going to be some sort of inequity, inequality. Now, I guess that doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but I ponder, and I think, and I wonder, is there any chance for a better world? What kind of, people like to promise a better world, and then, they can't deliver the promise. And that's, and you waste your time. You can waste a lot of time doing something like that. You can waste a lot of time trying to find, But anyways, we gotta find some strength here. We gotta find some strength here, because I'm being despondent, and I'm being I'm being despondent about the situation. Nick Fuentes, he says it's a sin not to hope, and I think that that's true. And so I'm being sinful by not hoping, and by not trying to imagine a better world, and realizing a better world. So this is a great boon, what we've just found here. This is an amazing find. I love a good find like this. We find something like this and we say to ourselves, this is good. This is good. This is right. This is true. This is just. And I deserve this. We're enjoying this. So we got to make this happen. We got to get some good stuff going on here. We got to get some good stuff going on here. We got to get some of this iron. I wonder, in like ancient times, how did you get the iron? Did you go to a bog? You found some bog iron? Can you melt rust? Can you turn rust into iron oxide? How do you get rid of the rust? Can you turn rust into a resource? I wonder what people used rust for. Probably what, coloring or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what you were doing back in the day. They probably didn't know what was happening. They probably were feeling confused. They were experiencing some sort of confusion. They're saying to themselves, "Why is this red? Why is this turning red? Why is my sword? Why is my knife turning red?" And they had some sort of harebrained, dumb idea as to why that was. But in order to get to the good stuff, you got to go through some bad stuff, right? There's some bad stuff that you gotta go through, that you have to think of, that you have to experience. So that's just life. You got to go through some bad stuff, but the hope is that you go through the bad stuff and then you can get some good stuff at the end. You can get a little treat at the end. That's what I believe in. I believe in getting a little treat at the end and having a little reward. And you say, all right, I'm done mining and I got a little reward. Okay, so we got to get out of here. We have to leave. Holy moly. It's a deep mine. It was a deep mine, but we got what we came for. And we're thankful, and this is basically how I play the game. So you're learning about who I am right now, and you're learning that this is how Zippyjuice plays Minecraft. And this is kind of how Zippyjuice thinks about the world. This is how, if I had like a blank slate, this is how Zippyjuice is organizing the world. He has an open floor plan. He has a domed structure with a skylight. Everything is well illuminated so that Zippyjuice is not creeped on by freaks. And basically Zippyjuice is happy and healthy, and he's doing good. Okay, so we got to get out of here. What are we doing here? We're gonna put this stuff in here. Okay, do we make a temple? Is it time for Zippyjuice to make a temple? I don't know. I think it might be time to make a temple soon. I think what we might want to do is make a temple up there on the ridge, up there. We could make a temple over here though. So we don't know what we're gonna do yet. I think I need at least 2 whole stacks of the white marble. We like a good white temple. A temple of whiteness. A temple of whiteness. All right, and then we got to get some of these going on here. All right. Oh yeah, I just remembered. This is why we wanted the iron, so that we can make 2 buckets. And then what do we do with the buckets? I can hear you asking. In my mind's eye, I can hear you asking me questions and wondering what I'm doing right now, because I'm trying to create like a mental model for you, the listener. Oh, we already got a hoe. We already got a hoe, but that's what we're enjoying. That's what we're enjoying. We like a good hoe. All right. Whoa, we got some blue eggs or whatever. So yeah, I was making a French-speaking app because OpenAI, you have to rely on their tokens, which is not a terrible system, but I don't want to rely on OpenAI for tokens. You know, what if OpenAI goes down? But I still want to continue practicing French, speaking French. I could do it. You know, I think you could with an LLM. We're in a unique point in time where you can learn. People in the past, they learned how to read and write in a language that was dead. For example, this is what people did in the past. People could learn a language. They could learn. You know, Kant learned Hebrew in like the 1700s in Königsberg or whatever, but he didn't speak Hebrew. He didn't speak it. He could read it. He could write it, but he couldn't speak Hebrew. But now you can learn to speak a language and become fluent in a language entirely, like without other people. And so, like, theoretically, we could just raise people and socialize people in complete isolation. They wouldn't need, like, we're entering an age where you could just be like some sort of eternal human being in like a space pod that has like infinite energy, and the spaceship, the AI spaceship, is just maintaining your health. It's harvesting your it has like a biopod. It has like the ability to take care of you or whatever, to maintain the biology, your life. It has all of the resources or whatever. This is just a theoretical situation, and it could socialize you from cradle to grave. It could keep you. Maybe it could keep you alive forever. I don't know. But it's weird to think about. It's strange to think about that you could. People. I mean, we're kind of in the infancy of this, but people are going to be socialized entirely by AI. You could, and I think it's a very powerful tool, and it's going to happen. So you need to create good stuff. Like I was hanging out with my friend recently, and I wanted to show him this beautiful synagogue that I had seen, and so I find it, and then I open a link to Instagram, and what do I see on Instagram? I see Billie Eilish feet pics, AI generated feet pics. And I was thinking to myself, we got to get, we can't get rid of the Billie Eilish feet pics. They're here to stay. We're going to be getting Billie Eilish feet pics. But what I want to do is I want to drown out the negative, I shouldn't say negative, but just the nonsense with like good content that ameliorates our condition, that makes our lives better. Like let's flood social media. Instead of flooding social media with brain rot, AI generated garbage, let's fill social media with things that ameliorate our collective condition, that make us more social, make us more loving, make us happier, healthier, instead of all of the rage bait content and all of the negative content that's out there that's hurting people. It's not making our lives better. Let's make stuff that makes our lives better, and let's flood social media with content that's making us better and making us happier, making us stronger instead of weaker, and appealing to our most base desires. Let's make something that is helpful and that's beautiful. And that's hopefully what we're going to be doing with this new computer that I have. I have an AI Max computer now, so we're going to be using this computer. We're going to be using this computer, and we're going to be doing some incredible stuff with the computer. We're going to be doing some incredible stuff with this computer. I'm thinking maybe I should play some pranks, because one of my friends has the same exact computer, and he was so worried I was going to steal it or something like that, and I was thinking to myself, maybe I need to send him a picture with the same exact computer, and then I'll be like, it's AI generated. This is actually, when he finally realizes that I didn't actually steal the computer, I'll be like, yeah, this is actually AI generated, bro. That's not even that funny. That's not even a good one. That's not even a good one. That's not even like a really funny one. That's not even really like a hilarious. But it doesn't matter. We gotta get this going here. I think I can't really be I have a hard time being myself when I have to be quiet, because I think I'm just a loud person. And so when I have to tone myself down, when I can't yell and scream, I think you know what I need to do? I need to move out into the wild. I think that's really honestly what I need to do, because I just can't be myself. I need like space to just yell, because I'm so inhibited and I'm too conscientious of the people around me. I don't want to like upset the people around me. And so I think what I really need to do is I got to get out of here, and I got to go to new areas. I need to go explore new areas, and go to some find new vistas instead of rotting around. But we're going to be starting some new classes soon. I'm going to be starting some new classes soon, and I was thinking about the job market, and I was just thinking to myself, wow, this is going to be incredibly challenging to find a job. And I think that's why I'm buying these capital goods, because I need to be able to basically remotely complete tasks and generate and create. And that needs to be my focus, because the likelihood of getting hired for something relevant to my field is very low. So instead, I really should focus. I should hone in on creating something, producing something, generating something, making something that's useful to people, that's valuable to people, that people enjoy, a product, a service, something that makes people's lives better. So that's really what I'm interested in, and that's really what I like to do. I want to create things that are beautiful, powerful, interesting, that are like truly useful, and that's what I'm hoping I can kind of do with this French language app that I've been generating, that I've been working on, because you can run a local language model with it. And when you can run a local language model, what I want to do is I want to kind of perfect it, and have it so that it's like not quite as good as voice mode, ChatGPT voice mode, but just make small tweaks to it, so that, I mean, obviously I would like to make something as good as ChatGPT. That would be incredible. That would be amazing to add that kind of value to people's lives. If I was able to add that kind of value to people's lives and then make it free to all of humanity, I'd love to do that, because I want to help people, make people's lives better. That would be incredible. That's my dream, is to help people in that way, to make the world a better place in that way, to that extent. To make a great tool that people will be able to use and improve their lives with. And there's always the naysayers. I was talking to somebody, and they were naysaying me, and they were saying, "Aren't you worried about AI? I mean, It's like you have this amazing tool before you and you're like worried. Like, yeah, I get it. You're worried. You know, you're worried. I mean, I don't know, maybe we should ban knives and fire. Maybe we should go ban knives and fire. There are lots of people who are going to die from knives and fire too. So we should ban that probably. We should probably ban knives and fire. And get rid of the knives and the fire. Because people could cut themselves. People could hurt themselves with this. It's just this like ridiculous attitude. This Luddite attitude. Oh, we got a nanny attitude. We gotta. Somebody could get hurt. Somebody could get hurt. I'm worried. Somebody might get hurt. It's like, yeah, somebody is gonna get hurt. You have to face life. To live is to get hurt. So maybe we should just stop having babies. Maybe we should have no kids. Maybe we should have no kids because if you have a kid, the kid might get hurt. So the most ethical thing to do is to kill the child before it could get hurt in the womb. To murder a child. You should actually murder kids. You should actually murder kids in their womb, in the womb, before they can grow up and get hurt. Because getting hurt is the worst thing that can possibly happen to you, right? No, getting hurt is not the worst thing. The worst thing is living in fear, probably, of getting hurt. The fear of getting hurt is worse than the pain itself. The fear is much worse than the actual pain. But it's hard to realize that. It's hard to understand that. I can't fully grasp it either. You know, especially in the moment. Whoa. Wow, we're pretty far up here. But isn't that beautiful? Isn't that nice? We have this little grove and this beautiful house. And this vast tundra wilderness over here. It's not really tundra. It's like just a hellish, snowy nightmare. And then this beautiful verdant valley. A little beautiful sliver of land. With a horse. I really lucked out when I found this spot. I found this area. I love Minecraft because you can groom the world and make it beautiful and make it, you know, you can make it like a very beautiful, nice looking place. And that's what I desire to do in the real world, not just in the digital world, but in the real world as well, is to make the world a beautiful place. I think that's what I'm really, that's my number one. We say that's the number one. We're going to say that one, that's number one. So yeah, we got this going on here. Okay. All right. And then we got all sorts of stuff going on here. I think I need to read that book, that improv book that Alexander Karp recommends. But basically my thoughts about myself, I think one of my problems is I'm too self-critical, like kind of like right now I'm criticizing myself, but I'm very critical of myself. And I'm always doubting, and I'm always kind of checking like what's right and what's wrong in my mind. And I think one of the problems is I also don't think before I speak. I don't think clearly. Like all of my speech is just kind of intuitive. It's like I'm an LLM and I'm doing token generation. And maybe everybody is like that to a certain extent, but I rarely like think very deeply. I think the way that I think is through speech. Like I develop, or through, I mean that's not true. I guess I do think, but I need the training data, I need the stimuli, I need the models. I'm hoping that that my Substack, the Substack is really just like an externalization of my memories and knowledge and the information, and the essay writing is like a way of building knowledge confidence. The essay writing is a way of building knowledge and wisdom confidence, and developing like a base of knowledge that I can confidently draw on and think about. And so I think the books give me confidence. The books are giving me confidence in understanding the world and thinking about the world, because it gives me like an external authority, because I'm not deriving the authority internally, I'm deriving the authority externally. And maybe that's my problem, is that I don't have the internal authority. I don't give myself that internal authority to just appreciate. Now do we I don't know what we do here. Do we cut this layer off and then cut that layer off? Because if we cut the layers off, this could be a very interesting area. But I think we're not going to do that. I think we're not going to be cutting the layers off. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to plant some trees. I like the birch trees. The birch trees are nice because they're easy to manage, and they're nice, and you can cut them down easily. All right, we're going to put another one here, and we space them out. We like to space. I don't like the overlapping. I like to have some space between them. Give them space to breathe, and we can cut them down later and respace them or whatever. All right, so we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, nice. So this could be the beginning of a new house right here. And I think we're going to lay the foundation, so I think we're going to do that. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So it's 11. In other words, it's going to be uneven. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So, and then we go 10 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, nice. So we're going to lay the foundations of this new house. Nice. Yeah, this is good. It's going to be a good one. Now, I don't know if I think it's going to be slightly smaller than the house that we have down there. I think that house is going to be bigger than this one, which is fine. We don't need to have the biggest house. We don't need to make continually just make bigger and bigger and bigger houses. I think this one, the difference with this house is that we're going to make an extension. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to have right here, we're going to make a hallway to the other side. And then we're going to make another foundation over here. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then what do we want? We want 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 by, we'll say 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is gonna be the bigger side. Yeah, this is gonna be good. It's gonna look nice. This is gonna be a big one. All right, so got to do 11 now. I think that's 11. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're 1 off, but that's good. That's perfect because it's not too big. We don't like it too big. And then we're gonna go this way, and we're gonna make it like that. Yeah, that's good. That's looking good. This is how we like it. This is how we like it. Yep. Yeah. So too big. Okay, so this one is slightly larger. And then what we can do here is we can clear this area, and then we can build like a little yard, little front yard here. So what do we want to do with this? I think we might have to go back down, and we're going to make just a single door here. And then what do we want to, I think we're going to use the normal. Oh, actually we have tons of oak, and I think we got enough oak to fill this out actually, so we're going to do that instead. We're going to fill this out. Okay. Oh no, we don't like that. We don't like that one bit. Okay. We don't like that at all. This is not good. This is not good. This is bad. Some would even say that this is bad. This guy's gonna attack. He's gonna be on the attack soon when he sees me. This freak, evil freak, is gonna attack me. We don't like that. We don't like getting attacked by evil weirdos. So we gotta build some windows here so that the evil weirdo, he can look at us, but he can't attack us. Yeah, there we go. That's how we like it. We can look at him, but he can't attack. Now, do we build another window right here? I don't know. I don't know about that. I think we're going to fill this area in. I mean, you might as well. I don't know. We're not going to worry too much about that right now. We just got to fill. We got to fill it up. We got to fill it up, and we got to fill it in. Okay, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to put that there. We got to stop using the oak planks for that, though. There we go, nice. Because we got to use all of the oak planks. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, this probably isn't super interesting for you watching, but what you're learning is you're learning the method, industrial methods, construction methods to make a beautiful home in Minecraft. And I think I'm kind of curious because when I see people building in Minecraft, it just doesn't look good. Like a lot of the stuff that they build, it's like it looks I think a lot of Minecraft builds, it's like perverse and gross because it's not oh Jesus, this is a nightmare. This is kind of like a nightmare situation for Zippyjuice. They're perverse because they're too ornate. Oh no. Okay, this is really not good. Zippyjuice is not having a good time with this. Uh-oh. Zippyjuice is gonna get killed if Zippyjuice isn't careful. Whoa. Whoa, hey man. Hey dude, stop. Don't attack. Don't attack. Alright. That's what I say when somebody touches me. I say, don't attack me. But then I inevitably say, why did you stop? Because we like to be touched. We like a good touch. Oh, man. Oh. And now they're all gonna burn. They're gonna burn in the sun now. Yeah, feel my pain. Feel my pain, you freak. What's this? Bloc de neige? We don't want that. Oh, that reminds me. We gotta do this. Yeah, that's what we like. Okay, well, that's good. And then we gotta do some shearing. We gotta go shear some sheep. I think we're gonna reproduce the sheep and then we're gonna shear the sheep. But Zippy needs some Zippyjuice needs some food. Whoa! What the? Where did that come from? Oh, I think I'm forgetting. Zippyjuice is forgetting many things. Zippyjuice is forgetting, and now he's remembering. I haven't played this game in a little while, and the only time that I play this game is when I'm recording, and that's kind of like my rule for myself now. Is Zippyjuice is not allowed to play the game unless he's recording, and so it does kind of make playing the game anxiety-inducing, but it also makes creating the game like an act. It makes playing the game an act of creation. And this is also, I think I need to treat this as almost like a speech training. So basically what I'm saying is I need to make it even more stressful and anxiety inducing, so that I'm super stressed out and it's super high pressure. But thankfully I didn't really share this with anybody, so when I'm here and when I'm doing this, it's just kind of whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like whatever. It's just like whatever. It's very low pressure. This is not like, sometimes you have to remember, like, this is not your life, you know? You're just or it is your life, but you only get one life. And so, can these things reproduce? Now, what are they going to reproduce? Oh, they're going to reproduce the Darkoid. They're going to reproduce dark triad chicken. They're reproducing the dark triad chicken. Okay, do we have to throw more of the dirt out? The dirt is very precious to me. The dirt is very precious to Zippy, so Zippy doesn't like getting rid of the dirt. I mean, does Zippy need to go back and put the dirt away? Zippy doesn't know. Zippy's feeling uncertain about many things currently. I think Zippy might have to go back. Zippy might have to follow his little path. But isn't this pretty? Isn't this nice? It's like a beautiful little walk here. Beautiful little walk in the park. Alright. We gotta feed the chickens. Eventually this area is just gonna be full of these chickens. And there's just gonna be an abundance of chicken. A chicken abundance. Dark triad chicken abundance. That's what we like to do. I like abundance. I like a good an abundance of chickens. Dark triad chicken abundance. Okay, we gotta get this stuff out of here. We gotta get this chicken out of here. He's hiding in the doorway. He's laying in wait for Zippy to burst into my house and bother me. I don't want him in here. He can get out of here. Now, we don't want to make all of the bread. We want to make some of the bread to feed, so that Zippy can feed himself. Zippy needs to feed himself. Pain. Le pain. It's kind of, you know, they say, oh, it's you're speaking from like the back of your mouth when you speak French, and that's true. Because when I say le pain at the front of my mouth, that doesn't really sound like, but when I say it from the back of my mouth, le pain, you can pronounce everything easier. It's kind of a weird way. I think that's why French people have gullets. You know, when I look at French people, they have gullets. They're gulleted people. They have gross gullets. People say French people are beautiful. I think that's just French propaganda. I don't think that French people, I think German people are much more beautiful than French people, and they have a more beautiful language. So it's just like, it's so ridiculous. It's just, I feel like I'm in crazy town, because it's just not, people are just living in some weird alternate reality where French people are beautiful and they speak a beautiful language. I feel like I'm going crazy. I just feel like I'm going crazy all the time. The way people talk about, you need to eat. The way people talk about French people. Because I'm speaking French and I'm hearing the language every day, and it's just like, this is not beautiful. It's not a beautiful language. But we learn to speak it anyways because we like learning. We like the process of learning, and we like learning about new languages and new ideas and new cultures and new people. Okay, that's a beautiful chick. That's a beautiful chick right there. Not like that disgusting, gross chick. These forestoid chickens. We're going to smash their eggs on the ground. Disgusting freaks. We got to get them out of here. Whoa, we got another one of their eggs. Let's see if this one makes it. Whoa. I should probably just start collecting the eggs instead of smashing them. And then the great thing about the eggs is that it makes them highly portable, so you can move the chickens to another region and breed them in a new region very quickly and easily. If you get like 2 stacks of eggs, you can just throw them all on the ground, and then boom, you have some more chickens in an area. So, anyways, let's think about this for a moment. What do we want here? What more do we need? What more could somebody really want and ask for? There we go. Do we want to bring some of this up? I think we got to get that, and we got to get this, and we got to get we'll even get some of this, and we'll get some of this. And then, do we bring some eggs up? I don't know. We'll bring some eggs up for good measure. And then we're gonna, yeah, let's bring some eggs up. We'll bring some eggs up, and then we're gonna toss them onto the ground. And after we toss them onto the ground, it's gonna create throwing eggs on the ground. It's like onanism. You're throwing eggs on the ground. You're spilling your seed on the ground. You're basically, this game is an onanistic game. You want to spill they're trying to get you to spill your seed on the ground. Yeah, we're restarting the abstinence. No more masturbation. The problem is I have this book of erotica, this erotic book from we already got that there. We have this book of Victorian erotic literature, and it's so good. It's so good. But what does Jesus say? He says, if your right hand makes you sin, you got to cut it off or whatever. So I should probably try to get rid of it. But it's a fun hedonistic indulgence, and it's kind of beautiful. It's much more beautiful and sexy. It's very sexy. It's like way sexier than anything that you see online. It's so much better than anything, because it really they get to the heart of the erotic stuff. It's very, and it's the ideas that they're. I read it. It's like somebody who reads Playboy magazine. I read Playboy magazine for the articles. I read the erotic Victorian literature for the ideas, for the beautiful ideas. I should probably have, like, before I play this game, what I'm thinking is I should to make this like entertaining. I should I want to recreate the conditions for having like an interesting conversation. So how do you do that? How do you recreate those conditions? And I think what you do is basically you gotta I gotta make you have stuff that you talk about beforehand. I think that could be part of it. Alright, we're gonna put a bed down. Over here, because I think the sun is setting. So we have a new area, a new home. We have a new home over here. Creating a new home, a new area. And we're going to groom this area. So we groomed the last area, now we're going to groom this area. And we just keep doing that. We just keep grooming areas. We just keep grooming new areas. But I think I think prior to starting these, maybe I should have like a list of topics that I want to talk about, because I kind of had that with Jews God, and just talking to myself, talking about it out loud, thinking about it, it helps me develop the ideas. It helps me develop the ideas. But I need to contradict, maybe I need to contradict myself even more. See, I have this incredible internal struggle, and now you're really learning about me and I'm learning about myself. My problem is that internal struggle where maybe I question too much and I need more confidence. I need more self-esteem. I need to be less authoritarian and more liberated. Maybe that's what my problem is I'm not, maybe I just overthink too much. Maybe that's the issue. So now we're just inventing problems. Basically, I like to invent a good problem for myself. Okay, we got to get out of here. We got to go to sleep. And I think we're coming up on the hour mark. So we're gonna finish up here. We're gonna finish up here, and we might even go down to the lower home. And maybe this one will be 2 stories here, and then this will be the 1-story house here. And then this will be like a viewing area, and then that will be like a 2. Maybe I could make this into 3 stories. That would be huge. This would be like a huge... It wouldn't really be a tower. It would just be a big 3-story home. A big 3-story house. Not a small one, but a big one. A really big 3-story house. Normally I make these dome houses. I make them, and they don't have to be dome houses either. That's the other thing is, we can do it a traditional roof. Wow. It's a nice area. It's a pretty area. Is that a pink sheep? Whatever. I'm kind of curious. Is that a pink sheep or is it a pig? Yeah, I think it's a pink sheep. Yeah. All the way over there. And then maybe eventually we're gonna make another path up to this house, and then what we do is we're gonna make a path out that way. And we're going to make a path, and then we're going to build another house over there. And that's what we do. We just keep building the houses. So it's kind of like an infinity. The gameplay is just infinite. That's what I like about Minecraft, is you can just keep building, you can keep creating, and you can keep manicuring. There's an infinite amount of space to manicure and explore and develop. I love the infinity. The infinity of Minecraft, the infinite possibilities. You can and every world is different and has so many interesting little bits to explore and develop. Like this little sliver of land. It's a slithering. It's like a snake. It slithers like a snake here. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. It's we got some interesting stuff, and we have some possibilities here. We have some interesting possibilities. So I think we're going to make the roof out of the birch, and we're going to make the floors out of the oak. We're making another area over here to grow oaks. That's what we're doing down here. Okay, oh yeah. So one thing before I'm going to put away all my crap. I'm going to put away all my garbage. Alright, there it is. And then we got to do some of this. Yeah, that's good. That's what we like. And then do we make like a... Yeah, I think we're going to do that. That's good. We're going to make some sort of barrel doorway right here. Because we like to innovate. We like to create new things. We like to iterate and we like to innovate. So that's the dome house. And then we're making a new house here. So there are new possibilities. There are new possibilities with this place.